If I've learned anything, it's that I don't know anything. It is not what I set out to do. I did not set out to write 24,000 words that I may actually cry. I'm over halfway done. It feels weird without the door in the back of the frame, but at least you can see Marshmallow clearly. Say hi to Marshmallow, my emotional support sheep and writing buddy. Hi, I'm Elena Howlett, and I'm challenging myself to write 20,000 words in 24 hours. Okay. I have been awake since 6 a.m. this morning. It is now midnight, just gone midnight, and it is Wednesday. Technically, it is now Thursday morning. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. First things first, I am aware my glasses are wonky on my face. There's a reason I don't normally wear them for videos, but I don't want to wear my contacts right now. They've been in all day and I need to give my eyes a little bit of a break. So, why am I challenging myself to write 20,000 words in 24 hours? Two reasons. Firstly, the 20,000 words I'm going to be attempting to write is going to be part of a whole novella. For the new series, the new young adult vampire fantasy series that I'm going to make my debut series as an indie author, I'm going to release a magnet novella first. Reason number two as to why I'm attempting this in 24 hours. The facts of the matter are, I've always found it easier to sit down to start a project that I know I'm going to be able to finish before I have to get up and do something else. Now, I don't normally spend 24 hours in a row writing, but I find that when I do, it boosts my motivation. So if I don't have to get up and do anything else in the next 24 hours, I can focus on the novella, I can just kind of hyper-focus on it, and I can get everything written that I need to get written, and I don't think it's going to take me 24 hours. I'm going to say that now. I do not think it will take the full 24 hours. I might be wrong. I am already pretty tired at this point. I've been awake since 6 a.m. this morning. However, I have found in the past that when I'm really tired, because I do suffer with insomnia, I actually get more productive and more creative, and it's actually easier for me to focus on the task that I'm doing if I'm a little bit sleep deprived. That said, I did not plan to start this 24-hour period in the middle of the night. I planned to start it actually on Thursday morning, and I was going to write from about 9 a.m. Thursday morning through to 9 a.m. Friday morning. Unfortunately, plans kind of got changed, so I decided that it would be better to not be super tired on Friday, and I just wanted to start writing. It is currently 9 minutes past midnight. I do have to quickly admit that the other day in the car, when I was waiting for my husband, I did have about an hour to write, and I didn't know what else to work on. So even though I wanted to keep all of the novella within the 24-hour period of my 20,000 words in 24 hours challenge, I did write 1,000 words as the beginning of the novella. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write 20,000 words in this period and just subtract the 925 words to be specific from the overall total. This is the document as it is in Scrivener. You can see words 925, and I'm going to write it all in the same document, so I'll be able to keep updating the total as we go on. And that is the first print done. It's been an hour. It is currently 1:17 a.m. I didn't mention before, but I am sort of whispering or talking quietly because my husband is actually sleeping in the room directly below, so I don't want to be too loud. And I am kind of worried that when I shifted my chair, I don't know if that's creaking the floorboards. I hope not. Anyway, word count is currently 2,306 words, I just realized there is a typo there, so that's not great. I just use my calculator app, and if my math is correct, I have written 1,381 new words in this hour, which is pretty good. It's a strong start. I'm very happy with that, and I'm really getting into the story now. I'm gonna get some more coffee now. I definitely need it. And while I'm getting coffee, I will also get my earbuds because I realized I left them in the bedroom, so I'm gonna try and sneak in and get them without waking my husband. Having music directly in my ears just helps me get in the writing zone, so let's do that. Earbuds were successfully retrieved. Husband is sleeping peacefully, and it is now... We have 22 hours and 48 minutes left. And there you have it. It has been 2 hours. Current word count, 3,474 words. I minus the starting value from the total value, so the total value I've written in 2 hours so far is 2,549 words, but I realized that I don't remember how many words I wrote in the first hour, so I don't know how to... I mean, I could look back at the other video, but I don't really have the time for that right now. Like, I'll figure it out in editing, but I think it was a mistake that I didn't keep a list of my times and word counts, because this is something that I want to be able to look at when I'm done and work out, okay, what were my most productive hours? Yeah, and just look at that kind of data. Yeah, don't need to take a break yet, but might in, I don't know, 15-20 minutes to get more coffee. But yeah, going well so far. I always catch it too early, but yes, it is now at hour 21, and my word count is 4,713 words in total. I'm making good progress. I'm happy with so far. However, I will say that I'm definitely overwriting, and in the plan that I set out, I made a note of roughly what I wanted the word count of each section to be, of each scene, if you will, and I'm over that at the moment. I'm almost at 5,000 words, even though I don't really want to count the first 1,000, but I'm almost at 5,000 words, and within the first 5,000 words of the story, I wanted to reach the big conflict. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that in 300 words, but it'll be okay. I know I'm an overwriter. I just need to get all the words down, and then I can cut most of them out in editing. Oh, and I refilled my coffee just now, so good to go for another hour. And it has just hit hour 20. Current word count, 6,124 words. Definitely not where I wanted to be at this point in the story, but I have almost finished this part of the story, and I think that I will actually separate the files into the 4 parts that I planned them to be. We are at the 19-hour mark. Word count, 6,921. Very close to 7,000 words, which means a total of 6,000 words written so far in 5 hours, I believe, which is pretty good going. This is the end of part 1. Also of note, my husband just came and found me up here. It is currently 20 past 5, well, 5:17 a.m. and I guess my husband woke up and I wasn't there, and he came up and found me. I hope I didn't wake him, because I am a bit nervous about this chair making noise on the floor over the bedroom, but yeah, he's gone back to bed now. And I'll probably go down in about an hour to see him off to work. But yeah, otherwise it's going really well, and I'm excited about my progress. Phew, it is now 6 a.m., which is crazy. on the timer, it's not quite the end of the hour. The time is currently at 18 hours, 16 minutes, so it's not quite been 6 hours yet, but I'm gonna stop here because it has just turned 6 a.m. and I want to move downstairs to the kitchen so that I can write in there while my husband's getting ready for work and I can see him off for work, and also I get to see the sunrise if I'm in the kitchen, because in my office here I won't be able to see the sunrise. It's still dark outside. Oh, and also I'm currently at 805 words in my new file, so in part 2 of, yeah, in part 2, 805 words. I look really tired right now, but I'm actually feeling pretty good. I think it's probably the coffee. So I'm gonna move to the kitchen now and get more coffee and watch sunrise. I'll see my husband off to work. Yeah.
And there we have it. We are approaching hour 17, and hello, you can see me in my laptop reflection. Wow, I didn't even look at the word count yet. In the new part, in part 2, I'm at 1,661 words. I forgot what hour I started part 2 in, which is kind of annoying me because I don't know exactly how long it's taken me to do this.
As you can see, dawn has risen. I don't think there's a better way of seeing it, but it is light now. I have changed clothes. I'm no longer in my pajamas, and I took a little break while my husband was getting ready for work. I need to start laundry now. Unfortunately, I cannot put my whole life on hold to do this 20,000 words in 24 hours thing. Wish that I could, but sadly not, so I'm gonna go start laundry. I really do look tired, wow. Anyway, it is almost 7:15 in the morning, 7:13 a.m. and making good progress. I think I forgot to mention earlier, I wrote my first sexy scene. I did not know what the level of spice in this project, like the whole project, the series as a whole was going to be. I think I know now. It will not be a sex scene, there will be no sex scenes, but there will be some spicy scenes. And I do want to keep this young adult. I think I've seen some self-published authors put content warnings at the beginning of their books for like references to sex and things like that. So I might do that. But I also need to research the genre. Oh, the lighting is really bad. I need to research the genre and like conventions and stuff. So I will do that. But yeah, writing my first sexy scene was interesting. I posted it on a Facebook group already for specifically geared towards helping people, you know, write spicy scenes, and I got some good feedback on it, so I'm excited for that. I don't think it's too bad. I will say though, in part 2, I was supposed to be at the sort of first conflict already. I'm kind of there, but I'm not exactly where I wanted to be yet, so I do need to wrap up the scene that I'm writing, which I did not plan the scene that just happened. It just happened. Not great, considering I want to keep this around 21,000 words, and I'm not sure it will be anymore, but I'll do my best, and we'll see what the rest of this 24-hour period brings.
I took a little extra long break while I got the laundry. It is now hour 16, which isn't as much time past as I thought, maybe an hour? My word count in part 2 is looking good at 2,499 words. Oh, that's annoying. I could have written one more word, except I didn't because the sentence ended there. Well, it is what it is. I am exactly halfway into this.
This means I'm exactly halfway into part 2 because each part is only supposed to be 5,000 words. 5,000 words? That's like too close. There we go. Each part is supposed to be 5,000 words. Although I will say that the first half of part 2,
I wrote a whole scene I did not expect to write. I didn't plan it at all. In fact, I planned out the novella in what I thought was a lot of detail, but I ended up adding in a whole character that I did not plan, giving her a whole relationship with my main character, and she is the character who has the most page time other than the main character whose point of view it's from. So that's interesting. I think even though I'm trying to become more of a planner, I'm always going to be a pantser at heart, or at least I'm always going to be not a pantser, a discovery writer. I'm always going to be a discovery writer at heart. And however much I try to plan, clearly, I'm always going to discover new parts of the story as I go, which is not a bad thing. So I actually think that the second half of part 2, I think I was overestimating how many words it would take to write those things, because I put down 1,000 words for literally one conversation she's going to have. And I don't know exactly how the conversation is going to play out until I write it. It might take 1,000 words. I don't think it will though. But I really don't know anything. If I've learned anything, it's that I don't know anything. And my expectations are very likely to get smashed to smithereens. So yeah, I'm still in the kitchen. I'm gonna move upstairs now. It is well and truly morning. Yeah, still can't really see the daylight, but that's fine. I'm gonna go upstairs and get settled at my desk again because it is more comfortable. But first, more coffee. There we have it. I have officially reached the 14th hour. In 2 hours, on the hour of 12, I will officially have reached the halfway point. My word count is better than I could have hoped for. 4,297 words in part 2. And let me remind you, there are 6,921 words in part 1. So altogether, that is over 10,000 words. Actually, over 11,000 words, which, if we discount 1,000 words as words I had written in this project before I started this challenge, I am officially at the halfway point. I am so much further along in this challenge than I ever dreamed possible. I just didn't think I'd be able to write this fast when I was this tired, but it's working out and I am very happy about it. I do have to go and get laundry now, and I'm gonna get some more coffee and all of that nice stuff. So I'm gonna have a mini break and then I'm gonna keep working hard. I am 4,300 words into part 2, which means I need to tidy up. Preferably, I don't really want to go over 5,000 words in part 2 because I already went over 5,000 words in part 1. I'm not sure I can tie it up in that time though, so it might be nearer 6,000 words. Who is a superstar of an incredibly sleep-deprived writer, I hear you ask? Why, it is moi. Look at that. We are approaching the last 30 seconds to the 12-hour mark, the halfway mark. And would you guess what? 6,000 words. I did it. 6,000 words. Guess what that means? With 6,011 words in part 2 and in part 1, 6,900 words. And those 900 words are essentially the words that I wrote before I started this challenge. That is 2 lots of 600 words combined together. Even if you're as bad at maths as I am, we know what that means. 12,000 words, freshly written in the past 12 hours. That is a rate of 1,000 words an hour, except I have taken multiple breaks, to get coffee, to, pee, do laundry, whatever. I've been writing more than 1,000 words every hour, technically. At the halfway mark, I am over halfway done. I'm over halfway done. Woo. Okay, I am very sleep deprived at this point, and I need more caffeine, and I probably need to get laundry as well. So I'm gonna take a break. Oh, and also I have finished part 2. Part 1 and part 2 are completely finished. They're both, part 1 is 2,000 words over. Part 2 is only 1,000 words over. I'm actually thinking that parts 3 and 4
might be less words than I expected them to be. Part 3 is where it gets really exciting and devastating and heartbreaking and oh, I'm not ready, but I am ready to tear my heart into pieces when I write this next part. I might cry. I'm sleep deprived enough and stocked full of enough caffeine that I may actually cry. So some things have happened not quite to plan. I was very on track to meet my goal, and I currently have 1 hour 45 minutes left to meet my goal. I am currently around 3,000 words away from my goal, and yes, I'm not sure I can write 3,000 words in 1 hour 45 minutes. However, I have actually written, I will have written 20,000 words by that point, but what I think I won't have done is finish the story. So I've kind of been debating between like, will I be okay if I do write 20,000 words in 24 hours, or will I only be okay if I finish the novella in 24 hours? Part of my problem is definitely that the novella, I know I'm going to be cutting stuff out and tightening it up quite a lot. So the word count that I end up with in the first draft is not going to be the end word count. I do think the end word count is going to settle around 20,000 words with 19 to 21,000 word leeway. But I do think it's going to be around 20,000 words total once editing has happened. But I think when I get it down, it might end up being like 23,000 words, which is not what I set out to do. I did not set out to write 24,000 words in 24 hours. Pretty cool if I would have managed that. I'm not going to at this stage. Anyway, where we are right now, it is currently 10:30. Again, I am 1 hour and 43 minutes now out of my goal. So I'm going to work for the next hour and 43 minutes. And I will check in then and see where we are and total up the final word counts. Yeah. I've been awake for way too long and I'm so tired. Oh well. Okay, regardless of what my hair looks like, I need to give an update. I hope you saw in the last time lapse that I reached the end of the 24-hour period. Now, how many words do I have? I will show you. Anyway, I look really tired and I'm going to end this vlog now, but I will give you the final word count. But I know that I've got over 20,000 words, so you know what? I'm happy with that. Whatever it ends up being, I'm happy.
So I got 6,929 words in part 1. Of course, 925 of those words I did write before the project, before I started this challenge, so I only count about 6,000 of these words, but that's a really good amount for part 1. 6,000 words for part 2, which makes a total of 12,000 words for parts 1 and 2 and the first half of the novella. 5,945 words for part 3. I'm going to round that up to make around 6,000 words, so that's about 18,000 words for parts 1, 2, and 3. 2,500 words for part 4 puts me at a total of over 20,000 words.
Definitely not what I expected, but over 20,000 words. I have not technically finished part 4, but I did write 20,000 words in 24 hours. And this was a hell of a challenge. So, you know what? I'm just happy that I finished. I got it done. And I'm happy with my progress. So, I am so tired. Like, literally, I am dying. I just want to go to bed. Good night. Hi. It's a new day. It's a new week, actually.
I just wanted to add like an editor's note onto the end of this video because reviewing the clips, I was very, very tired in the last couple of clips, and I just wanted to assure you I am okay. I was incredibly tired, but I did go to bed, I got a lot of sleep, and I'm completely fine. I really enjoyed doing this challenge and filming this video, so please, if you like this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'd love to do more challenges in the future, although if I do a challenge like this again, I will definitely start when I wake up at the crack of dawn instead of waiting a whole day and then starting, because that was rough. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed filming it, and stay tuned for the first read-through of this novella, which I think will be interesting.
Right now, I will say that.
I can't speak at all. My words are going. I have hair in my mouth. There it is.
I just hit my nose. I love my name, but I can never pronounce it properly. Like, ever. I don't.